Shalom, shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha Kwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone GMS, who rule well, who teach well, and salutations to the elect. Adawan Ratazar, that is to say, Lord willing. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So, yeah, another M.O.T.B update. All right, and I typed into Google, Sweden, 30,000 micro C-hips. All right, according to AI Overview, that's what runs Google. All right. The query, Sweden 30,000 micro C-hips, likely refers to the large number of people in Sweden who have had micro C-hips implanted under their skin for daily use, such as for accessing buildings, paying for goods, and storing digital information like tickets. While an exact figure of 30,000 isn't the most up-to-date or precise, the number is in the thousands, with some estimates suggesting 50,000 to 100,000 people having them. All right, and it goes on to say what they're used for. Access, swiping a hand can open doors to office, gyms, and homes. Okay, and they're going to push that, as convenience and things of that nature. All right, these are the miracles it can do. All right, people getting them in their bodies. All right, to be able to see again. All right, false miracles, man. Being able to walk again, etc. All right, payments. Some C-hips can be used for purchases. All right, tickets. They can store digital tickets for events and public transport. Information. C-hips can store emergency contact details and social media profiles. Health. In some cases, they are used to store digital fill-in-the-blank passports. All right. But yeah, okay, this is where things are heading, man. All right. How they work. Implantation. A C-hip about the size of a rice grain or grain of rice is inserted under the skin, usually above the thumb, using a syringe. All right. Mechanism for it. Okay. Technology. The C-hips work via near-field communication, NFC, and can be swiped near a reader, similar to a contactless payment card. All right. Yeah. You see? So yeah, in Sweden, 30,000 micro C-hips, most likely more. All right. They've been getting this done for years, man. They've been implanted into people as of 2025. Facts. Okay, so Bible prophecy is clearly moving despite whether people agree with it or not, or recognize it or not, or acknowledge it or not. It's definitely happening. Okay. Before we go further, let's get the book of Ezekiel. Prophet Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33, and it reads, "And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them." Okay, lo just means look. Okay, but yeah, the prophets of the Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, beginning with the head apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, on down, have been speaking about the digital law before, before it actually came here, before, it's mandated, right? Before it was issued, okay? And then you'll realize, that them Hebrew Israelites were right all along. All right, that this is the last days and that the Messiah is truly coming back very soon. Okay. So when we go down a bit, Facebook, Sweden leads in micro C-hip implants for convenience. About 30,000 of Swedes have voluntarily, all right? Okay, soon it's going to be mandatory. Okay, it's optional now, but it's going to be mandatory, all right? This devil moves in gradualism, and you can look up that term, all right? So 30,000 Swedes, approximately, or about, have voluntarily had micro C-hips the size of a grain of rice implanted under the skin of their hands so far, right? And it can be in your right hand or your left hand or in your forehead, okay? Or wherever you get the surgical implant in your body, okay? Instagram, yeah, same thing. In Sweden, over 6,000 people have voluntarily had micro C-hips implanted in their hand to replace conventional items like ID cards, credit cards, debit cards, so on and so forth. All right. It's been going on for a while, man. All right, so it'll be more than that. That could have been put up a few years back. Threads, 29th of September, 2025. In Sweden, more than 30,000 people have opted for tiny micro C-hip implants in their hands. All right, yeah, you can go further on. July 2023, supercarblondie.com, thousands of Swedes getting micro C-hip implants. All right, NPR. This is from October, 22nd of October 2018. Thousands have had micro C-hips inserted in their hands. All right, speed up users' daily routines. That's what they're designed for. They say All right. World Economic Forum from 2018, May. Okay, so you can, click onto those. All right, so yeah. All right, it's here, man. It's happening. Let's get Revelation chapter 13. Start verse 16. All right. Okay, and it reads, and he, all right, the he is our current slave master E, our oppressor, right? The Caucasian man, beginning with the elites, the nobility of E, all right, the JJs, the small hats, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, etc. Right, the Ish international banking families, all right, dynasties, all right, the powers that be, all right. So it reads, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Yeah, so it doesn't matter who you are in society. You could be celebrity, you could be poor, you could be healthy, fit, or disabled, right? Or a child or an old person. Okay. All right. Many people are gonna, most are gonna receive this. You see, so it don't matter about that. Okay. Okay. The elite saying being partial. Okay. So yeah. So that's what put into your bodies. When you get that word mark in the Greek, charagma or charagma. Oh. Charagma. You see, a stamped and imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead, or the right hand of the badge of the followers of the anti-anointed. The mark branded upon horses, thin carved, sculpture, graven work. Yeah. Okay, and etching. Okay. All right. So this is a physical thing going inside your body. Okay. The implant going into your body, man. All right. Okay. Going to the root word, charax.
Strong's G 5482. Charax.
Okay.
Charax.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna electronically tag you. All right. The charagma, grain of the size of rice. Okay. Now charax, yeah, this is gonna be the instrument used to deliver it. Pail, stake, palisade, rampart. All right. Most likely, a syringe or some sort to have that surgically implanted into your body. Okay. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Yeah. So you can't buy and sell unless you take this. Okay. Sweden is pretty much an example. And it ain't the only nation doing this, and it won't be the last either. All right. This will be a worldwide thing. Okay. This is going to replace your physical wallet, your keys, and stuff. All right. You see? Pets have been sea-hipped and other animals, monkeys and stuff like that. All right. Right. When, testing on them. All right. So it's not far-fetched. It's not out of the ordinary. Okay. So this is the implant in the scriptures. All right. It's what the Apostle John saw in his visions when he was on the Isle of Patmos. All right. And it was written for us to understand in these final days and to take heed unto it and not take it, because the Holy Bible forbids us not to take it. The heathen could take it all they like. All right. And it's anti our Lord. Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. Subheading says, doom for worshippers of the beast. Okay. And it reads, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right? Taking a microchip will stamp and solidify your position as being a faithful worshipper of the devil, truly. Okay. And the image is not Caesar Borgia. It's not Jesus Christ. It's actually the system, the infrastructure of NATO in the European Union of this beast, right? Led by the Caucasian race E. Okay, that's their true biblical identity. All right, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, his righteous anger. Okay, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. The Lamb is Yahushai. Okay, so, those people that consent and take this implant will incur the wrath of the Most High. Okay, indignation means the righteous anger of the Lord. His anger is way worse than a regular person's. All right, and again, the lamb signifies Yahushai. So yeah, it was great judgment. All right, upon those that take it. Okay, Revelation 16:2 goes into a grievous sore. All right, cancers. All right, you can't stop. That that painful, pain in your body. For having that, seep inside you. It's going to be emitting radiation. Okay. All right. Yeah, Revelation 13, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so, your livelihood will be made harder. All right. Hardcore restrictions, which will make people want to give in. Okay. Because you ain't just operate in society like normal. Right. You won't be able to just, you know, go about your life like you can now and just go shopping and fill up petrol and things like that. All right. If you don't have it, no. You're going to be excommunicated from society. You see? And desperation is going to kick in, and a lot of people are just going to give in, but the elect won't. Okay. Okay. So yeah. But yeah, many people are going to give in. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to take it. Right. So people will do that. Most of them, possessions will be on the line, food will be on the line, jobs will be on the line, and your life will be on the line ultimately. Okay. And people would rather, try to save their life rather than lose it. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 11 reads, And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. You see? So, yeah, that's going to be the final stamping. People already believe in the society as it is anyways. People already submit to the system anyway. Now, of course, you got people that, truthers and, you know, rather, not be attached to society, but the majority, they truly believe in the system. The majority of these people. Okay? Honestly. So yeah, people already submit to the system anyway, but this thing will be the final ultimate stamping. Okay? That's going to solidify your position as to whether you worship E as your God, right? Or whether you worship the Lord. Verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai. You see? And it will take faith to resist the M.O.T.B, the RFID micro CHIP. All right, we have to say it like that to try to avoid the algorithms on YouTube. All right, flagging up our videos. Okay. But yeah, it's going to take faith to resist this. You might just say it now, no, but when it, comes to it, that's when, action is going to be required. All right. And as it is written, without faith, it is impossible to please him. Please who? Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. Okay. And we know faith is a gift as well. All right. So don't let other Hebrews, or like pseudo Hebrew Israelite groups, deceive you to think that the M.O.T.B is something else other than what it actually is. What it actually is, the micro CHIP. Okay. Because the evidence is clear and there's no excuses. Digital IDs and all that. Okay. That's laying the groundwork for all this. Central bank digital currencies. Things going cashless. All right. The increase of biometric. All that. All right. But with that, I'm going to say shalom.